Good afternoon, baked beans, baked bean friends, family, support workers, baked bean staff, families, Her Majesty the Queen, Meghan and Harry if they're watching as well. Well, I've been asked to do a how-to video, and me and Milo are just here wondering what to do. It's not very drama-like, but what we thought we'd do is something I discovered during the lockdown is how to make bread, the Jamie Oliver way. So in a minute we're going to start making some bread. Stay with us. Looking through this book by Jamie Oliver, what I thought I would do this afternoon is some focaccia bread, which is, hey, you know, you make it the normal way that bread is made, which we'll find out. But what you can do to it is you can add olives to it, you can add even fruit to it, you can add garlic to it, onions. You can add stuff to the bread when it's cooking. So you don't have to put butter on it or put anything with it. You can literally just eat it as it is. It's like a bread pudding, but it's a savoury bread pudding. That's what we're going to do. That's the one I like the most. The first thing I'm going to do in this bloody kitchen is find the ingredients. Last time I did this, I bought some packets of yeast. I can't find that. I'm not sure I've got enough flour. I'm not sure this is going to work. We'll make it work. Of course we will. Just got to find stuff. Okay, so I've gathered all my ingredients together. I've dissolved some yeast into half a pint of water. Yeast is like an active agent that does something to bread. Makes the bread rise, I think. I'm not sure. You have to look that one up. But that's into half a pint of water. Simple. I've got 500 grams of strong flour. Don't know why, but that's what you do with this kind of bread. Strong flour. And 500 grams of plain flour. So this is the exciting bit. This is the main bit. You get your 500 grams of plain flour. Ask Andy about this because he's been learning all this, doing bread all the way through the lockdown. Andy knows how to make a good bit of bread. This is, like I said, focaccia, which is Italian bread. So you mix those two flours together. Woohoo! Making loads of mess in the kitchen for the dogs to come and lick up. Might I add, having stroked Milo out on the doorstep, I have washed my hands. So you'd be on there like that. Okay, hands are washed. You get this mixed up, dissolved yeast and warm water. Why it's going to be warm water, I don't know. And in true Jamie Oliver style, put that in there with the flour. And then you start to mix it all in. Oh, let me show you this. This way it gets dirty. This is why it's very good. You girls who live at Ribblesdale should be able to do this. You've got plenty of space. It's a good one to do with kids as well because you just get your hands in there. Just mix it all in, all right? If you can see me. Then you get some more water and you put some of that in. This is the other half of the pint of water. So like I said, 500 grams of strong flour, 500 grams of plain flour. Dissolve yeast into some water, half pint of water. The other half pint of water, you keep adding slowly until this becomes like a gooey dough. And reading Jamie Oliver and other those little books, that's the basis for any bread. Any type of bread. It's all sticking to my hands. Lovely Sunday afternoons. There we go. Mix it all together. You've got to work quickly, but mixing it all together, that's where you get. Now the fun part begins. I shall read from the book, from the Bible. Kneading. This is the best bit. Just rolling, pushing, folding the dough over and over for 5 minutes. Well, I won't keep you here for 5 minutes. This develops the structure of the dough and the gluten. If any of the dough sticks to your hands, just rub them together with a little extra flour. It's as simple as that, folks. I mean, it's so simple. I can understand why Andy got a grip of it so quickly, because it's so simple. Okay, so you just do this for 5 minutes. So, you guys go make a cup of tea. Right, the next thing you do is you get the bread, you flatten it out like this, put some flour on the baking tray, flour on the top, and then what you want to do is put it in a, get the sun right, put it in a warm-ish place, not too warm, near an oven or near a microwave, but nothing that's going to cook it, right? So I'm going to stick this into our microwave. Because that's kind of English. Oh no, I'm not, because it won't fit. Spur of the moment. So I will actually put it into our oven. Our oven's not on. And then what you've got to do, yes, stick it in there. Filthy oven that never gets cleaned. Leave it in there for 40 minutes. This is the first time you get it to rise. You want it to double in size. And then in 40 minutes, it should get much bigger in 40 minutes. Double in size. And then you do something else to it. I'll come back to that. In the meantime, I think it's time to take the dogs for a walk. As it's such... Oh, there's a magpie. Such a gorgeous day. Don't forget to clean up the kitchen in between, because some people get very grumpy about dirty kitchens. So I'm wiping all the flour, because flour seems to get everywhere. Wiping it all down. Nice. Time for a dog walk. Okay, so it's all risen. It's been in the oven rising for 2 lots of 45 minutes. That's why it's quite dark outside. Best there. And now the last bit is to put anything onto this focaccia. Focaccia? Focaccia. I keep saying focaccia. Focaccia. You can decorate it with anything you want. I'm putting on some, one hand is not going to be very easy. Some onions. Let's put this down. Some onions. And what they say is you sort of squeeze it down into the bread. Squeeze it down. Ooze it into the bread. Push it into the bread. That's going to be that one. This one here, I might put in some cheese. Made some cheese. Lovely cheese. Actually, I might put some olives. I'm not making pizza. It looks like I'm making pizza, but I'm not. It is a bread. When it's cooked, it'll look more like bread than a pizza. Although I suppose pizza is not much of a far leap from this. Olives and cheese. Olives and cheese, does that go well? This one I'm putting on, is another I'm going to put on some Thai red curry. I quite like that. Actually, I won't put it all, I'll put it on some. Make it half and half. Squeeze it all in, can you see that all going in? Really knead it into the bread apparently. Get it underneath, because you want it to go all the way through the bread. You don't want it to... Would you like some, Ben?
No, I'm fine, thank you.
Okay, so that's got onions on it. There's got your half a garlic. I'll tell you what, I'm experimenting, so I'm going to put some passata on this. Oh no, I won't. It's gone off. And then you put that all into the oven for 15 minutes on the highest temperature. I forgot to do that. The highest temperature. Okay, so I've got my 3, we got it focaccia. Focaccia. So, onion at its hottest, oven at its hottest temperature. In it goes. 15 minutes, we'll see. Milo smells something. He smells bread. Good bread, and there it is, ready. That is piping hot. My God, look at that. Wish we had smell-o-vision. Sizzling away, and let it cool, and then try. Okay, so it's all done. It's all cooled down now. Milo's dying to have a piece of what you mean. So this one with the olives, we have a little taste. Delicious. That one there, it doesn't look so great, I'll be honest. Looks a bit like a murder of a pigeon or something. I bet. This onion one though, it's onion one. Onion and cheese, that looks great. You just dunk that in your soup. So there we go, making bread my way, my meat and Milo's way. Dead simple, dead easy. Next week, I'll show you how to win an Oscar. Bye for now then, baked beans. Happy Tuesdays. And for those of you who are back, welcome back. Bye for now, have a great weekend.